Watch yourselves around the streets, because they get crazy around here.
Los Angeles, California. A city that knows how to shine. And it's where everyday life can feel like a movie scene. But we're here for a different take on La La Land.
How long have you been here? How long have you been in Skid Row?
25 years.
We know what it's like to collapse.
What does the sneakers over the line mean? You see it everywhere.
Oh, that's death.
We're here for LA's other side. A darker, grittier, more disturbing side.
We walked into the heart of Skid Row, and look how confrontational it was. They had to pay money to get out of there. And
Welcome to unglamorous Los Angeles.
Was that controversial? Yeah, it's like quarantine or...
Los Angeles. There's just something about it. Maybe it's the golden sunsets over palm-lined boulevards, or the way the city seems to glow with opportunity. In 2025, Los Angeles claimed the title of the 5th wealthiest city in the world, boasting over 200,000 millionaires and 42 billionaires. But it's not just about the money. LA is a powerhouse in tech, aerospace, global trade, and luxury real estate, all on top of its legendary entertainment empire. Put it all together and you've got a major reason why California's economy now outranks entire countries, even the UK and Japan. But buried deep within this sun-drenched, star-studded, sprawling metropolis is America's homeless capital, Skid Row. Skid Row's home to around 4,500 people living on the fringes of society, largely in tent encampments. This is the third world in the first world, America's ground zero for homelessness. It's a highly volatile, controversial and unpredictable place to be, and there are plenty of question marks over its future. And most alarmingly, the death rate increases every year. In 2023, on average, nearly 7 homeless people died every day in LA County. But to understand how Skid Row became what it is today, you have to go back to its formation in the 1800s. Transcontinental railroads brought people from all over the US to California in search of new opportunities. Most were after oil or gold, but many came for seasonal fruit picking. The idea was that you'd earn as much as you could in the summer months and then return home to your family. Overpopulation and a prolonged economic slump meant the work dried up, and the area developed a reputation as an undesirable part of the city. Your life had well and truly hit the skids if you lived on Skid Row. And this was happening all over the Pacific West Coast in cities like Seattle, Portland, Vancouver, and San Francisco. But when these places decided to clear and demolish their Skid Rows, LA chose a different path and designated the area as a space for the needy. Skid Row became the containment zone, in that its goal was to contain the homeless population within one area and discourage their presence in other parts of central LA. The containment strategy was official city policy in the 1970s.
If the services are contained in just one part of downtown and the people who need these services just hang out in that one part of downtown, that opens up the rest of downtown for the boutique hotels.
That name, that phrase "containment zone," was that controversial? Because to me, that sounds like it's like an infected place.
Like quarantine. It
yeah,
sounds
it's
like a quarantine zone.
or it's you can't let these people get out and mix with the non-contaminated or whatever people.
It's exactly what it feels like.
Like it's got this real clinical kind of horrible association with it.
Because let's say it does turn into a boutique hotel. Well, then you've got to get rid of these homeless folks, because if you're coming in, it's $300 for a hotel room. You don't want to walk out and see a bunch of homeless people.
And tourists won't be feeling safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So do you think Skid Row are on the defense and the historic core are on the offense? In a way
It's constantly, sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's subtle, constantly on the offense. Skid Row's on the defense. Skid Row is very much in survival mode.
Skid Row is arguably some of the most valuable real estate in all of Los Angeles, surrounded on all sides by areas with names like the Arts District or the Fashion District. The average house price in Skid Row today matches the average for the city of LA as a whole, around $1.1 million. There's an argument for Skid Row to be cleared and the land put to better use.
Skid Row, I mean, it's really like the most well-known, identified part of downtown Los Angeles. And there's, I'm not even sure I would say a love-hate relationship between Skid Row and the rest of downtown. Maybe it's just a hate relationship.
Ah.
So here's the battle that's going on right now. Hey, you're wiping out the poor neighborhoods in order to build the suburbs and now have the freeways. I mean, literally the goal initially was to tear down Skid Row and turn it into a downtown campus for the University of Southern California.
I guess it's interesting if you, I mean, I understand why the area is called Skid Row, but if you call somewhere Skid Row, it's immediately going to then come with bad connotations. So they're going to assume it's a bad place to go or a bad place to be.
So that's been the whole story about the past 20 or 30 years is we're going to be proud of our neighborhood. So we're going to turn the phrase Skid Row from this very negative, shamed thing into a story of resilience.
And survival.
And survival. I don't know if it's a joke, but people will say, if the economy collapses, we're in a position to help people because we know what it's like to collapse.
Yeah.
They'll like us now.
It's the same as what we were saying earlier. If the apocalypse happened, these guys would actually probably survive the longest of all of us.
Oh, the apocalypse happens. Here's your leaders of the new society.
Yeah.
One of the most intriguing places in Skid Row is the Hotel Cecil. This 14-floor, 700-room opulent hotel opened in 1924 and was the most in-demand place to stay in all of LA. But during the Great Depression, business tanked and the hotel itself hit the skids. And in the years since, the building's history has been littered with suicide, violence, and murder.
The Cecil then developed this like very, I mean, no one can explain it. It's this very strange, dark culture where some of the main like serial killers in Los Angeles history were living in the Cecil.
Who stayed here out the
Oh,
famous?
the Hillside Strangler. There's like 2 or 3 major serial killers.
The Night Stalker Richard Ramirez.
Yeah, Night
was here.
Stalker,
Yeah.
Richard Ramirez.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why it seemed to be the place that, you know, if you were going to become a serial killer, you want to live.
In 2021, the hotel was turned into a landing spot for homeless people arriving in Skid Row.
Are you staying here?
Yeah.
Can you describe what it's like inside? What are the rooms like?
Like old as fuck. Steam heaters. A steam heater pole that goes through all the rooms is just like a pole for steam heater, and they're just really small.
Do you have your own bathroom, or is it a shared bathroom?
Well, I have my own bathroom. But the 4 corners have their own bathrooms, and then the rest of the rooms have shared bathrooms.
Okay.
It's cramped in there. It's cramped. It's old. It's hot. And then what about the chick that died? I watched the chick die in the middle tower. She hung herself and dangled for like probably 15 minutes before they could get her up. So they didn't know what room she was in.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Does that make you not want to live there?
No, of course. But like 30 people died in there since I've been here.
30 people died there in a year and a half.
At least. One guy had a dead body, and it's always dead bodies in rooms that just sit there forever.
Jeez.
Like people die in their rooms, they might not catch it for 5 days, they might not be able to. So they start stinking. That's what it always is. They got a body,
Smell
There's
that.
been people got killed in there. Old man got stabbed probably like 30-something times in there. Well, I've been here. Another dude got beat to death.
In 2024, Netflix released a 4-part true crime series about a mysterious disappearance at the Hotel Cecil. The story centered on the body of a Canadian student found in one of the hotel's water tanks in 2013.
Her sister walks around here all day and all night. She's an Asian
Sister
girl.
of
the
the
girl
woman?
that, yeah, she is. Her sister walks and circles this block and walks everywhere. She's non-stop walking since her sister died. Yeah, she hasn't stopped walking. She doesn't talk to anybody. She's always dressed nice because they got money, but she just walks. Put her back. You'll see her. You stay here long enough, she'll come through here. Real quiet Asian girl, long hair with a backpack, dressed nice, like some boots like this, jeans, Pendleton.
And ever since this like she just...
Yeah, she's just been walking. That place is it's definitely got something going on in there.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Thanks for the tip. All the best. So guys, we're off now to meet a man called Coach Ron, who is a resident here in Skid Row. We're hoping he can be our sort of local, our guy who puts his arm around our shoulder, guides us into the community. Skid Row ain't really the sort of place that you want to be going in with cameras without a local, without a sort of a guide.
Other people has captured that content already. So they don't have to say, well, in 2025, me as a European being escorted by a Foundation Black Americans, we walked into the heart of Skid Row, and look how confrontational it was. And I don't know if I was going to get hurt, and I had to pay money to get out of there, and it's going to happen to you every single time, no matter who you go in with. They may say, man, give me that camera. And then how about you say, no, I ain't giving you, and they go, I'm not getting compensated to put you in a hostile environment.
Yeah. So you couldn't guarantee safety, basically.
You got active drug, you got active gangs.
Did you live somewhere in somewhere like this at one point when you were here?
No, I lived in a car.
You lived in a car?
Yes, I did. Hey, I see you. How you doing, people? I see you. You know how we do it? Okay,
Yeah,
you know how we
on
do
his
it?
job.
You know how we
What
do
about
it?
now? What's your name?
My name is James.
Jane, what brought you to Skid Row?
Smart question. I didn't come here by choice, I was going through a lot of spiritual things, and I was trying to run away from God and trying to run somewhere where I can die, man.
Where you could die?
Yeah, I didn't want to live anymore.
And you still feel like that? Or?
No, not now.
No?
Not now, I don't. I stumbled upon this place right here. I didn't know it was a Skid Row. I hitchhiked all the way from Houston. Somehow I ended up in LA.
So you needed to escape that, okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been here? How long have you been in Skid Row?
25 years.
25 years, have you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it. I mean, this is home for me now.
Hey man, you want to come here? You want to make a few dollars?
Do what?
Do an interview.
Hey man, what's your name?
Christopher.
How long have you been here?
About 10 years.
When you came 10 years ago, what brought you here?
I was on the waiting list for housing authority in Kansas, where I used to live. Mm-hmm. And then I found out I was moving out here.
They made the decision to transfer you from there to here, or did you make that decision?
Well, I had to get here by myself and then reapply again.
And did you say at some point you were living on the street here at some point?
I was on the street for a year out of 10, but I try to stay on the bus and stuff.
Stay on the bus. Yeah.
Stay going somewhere.
We drove around Skid Row to get first impressions, and what you end up doing, you sort of see this homeless group as a collective, and you don't sort of view them as kind of individuals. They've all got their own stories. They've all got their own reasons as to why they're here, and it really just kind of helped us understand that. What does the sneakers over the line mean? You see it everywhere.
Oh, that's death. Somebody died.
That's death.
Mm-hmm. I represent death. I mean, somebody died there.
Is that their shoes?
Not actually their shoes, but that's a representation of their shoes. So in other words, somebody got killed right there. Somebody got murdered right there.
It's typically murder.
Anytime you see shoes, that means someone got murdered. That's a gang signal. The Foundation Black Americans have gangs. The immigrants, they have gangs. Caucasians, they have gangs. Asians, they have gangs.
It's always separated by race?
It sounds like you sort of see in prison, like
That's
different kind of.
Yeah.
Correct. It's the same structure they duplicate here.
And presumably they're violent gangs.
Correct.
How do people get trapped in that?
The process presently would be that you couldn't be here if you wasn't approved to be here on the block. So you couldn't have a tent, you couldn't loiter in the area.
Unless you're affiliated with that gang.
Or if you're not affiliated, you at least have to get approved to be there.
And that's everywhere?
You can't be in Skid Row unless you get approved.
And who does that approval then? Who do we speak to?
Well, you would speak to the ones who would be in charge, so, like the block captain. So the block captain gives you your approval to be there. And so what's up, people? I say you. Thank you. You know how we do it. You know it. Okay, you tell peoples.
What would you have to do to earn that approval? So if I wanted to, or wherever, there's a tent encampment down there, Ron.
Uh-huh.
What would I have to do to, if I thought that was an attractive place for me to live, what would I have to do to earn approval?
Well, you would have to approach the tent, introduce yourself, let them know what your intent would be.
And if it happened to be that was an area for a certain gang, I would have to say I want to join that gang to be there, basically.
Correct.
I don't mean to disrupt your film.
Oh, it's okay. We're filming, making a documentary.
Okay, y'all just out in LA making a documentary?
Yeah.
Okay. But just watch yourselves around the streets.
Oh yeah, don't worry. We're with a couple guys from here. He's just gone to the bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah, we're no one around with cameras. Hell no.
All right, for sure.
Hell no.
Yeah, so they get crazy around here. So
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, don't worry. We've got people with us. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Ron moved to Skid Row after a divorce. He had nowhere else to go and saw the streets here as a safety net.
How did you end up in this part?
When I first came down here in 2006, I landed right here on this infamous street of Skid Row. San Julian was populated at that time on both sides of the streets with gang members, drug dealers, long sharks,
all the way along here?
From 5th to 7th. From on both sides of the streets, it was very, 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 very disturbing.
Where was your car parked?
I'll park my car where you see this white car parked right here.
Well, this one here.
Where some people here, they have nowhere to go. They have nowhere to go. And they die right in their tent. All you see all day, every day, you're gonna see 2 to 3 people die in Skid Row every single day. It never fails. People go in their tents. Hey, Jerry, no response. They peek up in there, laid out. It's the environment that kills people more than drug overdose. Drug overdose has been it has been made aware of, so we're aware of drug overdose. But the elements, you can't stop the elements. When it rains, you can't stop the rain.
Ron was heavily involved in the cleanup of Skid Row and helped find the money to pay for it.
And we always use this as a vision board. You know how people create vision boards? This was our vision board. This represents cleanness. The white on this means it's clean. The green on this means the prosperity. And the black on this means identification. So we wanted, this map represents Skid Row as being identified, as being clean, and as having, commercial prosperity.
And now it's a brand as well.
And that's a brand.
And this is our brand here. This is our brand. When we made this mural, right, this mural was made specifically just to represent what Skid Row was. And it's all about the positive Skid Row movement. When this logo came out, when this mural came out, it was the first mural of its kind to represent Skid Row in a art form. So this was the precursor to everything that you see when it comes to Skid Row branding.
And now it's world famous.
And it's all based on having clean streets. It's all based on beautifying and cleaning up Skid Row.
What do you think should happen with Skid Row? Does it deserve preservation, or are there better uses for this valuable part of downtown LA? Drop us a message in the comments. Skid Row attracts individuals that have fallen on hard times because many of the support services available to them are also here. But that's not to say people only remain out of desperation. For plenty, it's their neighbourhood, their home, and something they cherish. This is Autumn, who very soon after we met, invited us to see where she lives.
How long have you lived here, Autumn?
Since November, this is the third place that I've lived in Skid Row.
So how does here compare in comparison to other places?
It's the same thing everywhere.
Really?
Good view.
3 different buildings and same thing. Anyway, here we go. So, okay. Excuse me, let's see what we have going on here. I did not tidy up.
Oh God, don't worry.
But come in. And so this is my, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm grateful for this being not totally slummy, the apartment itself is kind of nice.
Yeah, it is, exactly.
For what it is, it has great amenities, But,
The flag on the door.
you betcha. I do what I can.
And the eagle, look at that, the eagle as well.
Of course.
Right? Do you do the Pledge of Allegiance every day?
I mean, I love my country, but I
No, you wouldn't go that far.
I don't think it's that far or even strange, but I do look at my flag, I kind of yell at it sometimes when I'm mad at my country, freedom of speech. So if I look at it or I'm complaining and I look at my flag, it's because I'm...
It's all right, it's all
Oh,
right.
is she?
It's all right. It's
Yeah,
all
see,
right.
that's what I mean by pinky in the brain. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. I've got cats too. I totally get it.
Oh, you understand?
It's going to sound weird, Autumn. Can you show me what's in your fridge?
Oh, my bare fridge? You really want to see what's in my fridge?
If you're happy
Nothing.
to show me, you don't have to show me. Oh, Autumn. Nothing in there. There's 2 packs of tofu.
Yeah, I get paid on the 3rd, but yeah, that's all I have. Now, I have this, and I just ate a meal earlier today, but look, this is my freezer. I have vegetables, tofu, and fish. That's all I have left in terms of protein, but I'm at the end of my month, so I'll be okay. I get paid next week.
Okay.
And then, so I mean, I live on bare, I go to shelters and eat sometimes.
How much do you get? How much do you get from the food stamps? Like, what's the monetary value?
I don't complain about that. I get $291 per month, almost $300 a month, which
and you
is
can spend
not
that what anywhere in
groceries,
food shops.
Yeah, groceries, farmers market,
Anywhere you can buy food.
Yeah, no hot food though. No restaurant stuff, nor anything like that.
Okay, but you get like a cooked chicken in a restaurant. In a
Correct. I can buy cold cooked chicken. My fridge is short this month because I donated I bought $50 worth for the art room.
You get £290 a month and you're giving 50 of it away. You've got a good heart, clearly got a good heart.
I try. I mean, I do what I can.
Autumn has lived in Skid Row since 2016. She moved here after becoming ostracised from her family and suffering abuse at the hands of her university tutors. Growing up, her dream was to follow in the footsteps of her hero, Isaac Newton, and become a scientist.
Do you still have dreams of being a physicist?
I honestly, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the truth. But you mentioned me smiling. I did not smile much as a child. Like, when I say this, it was so bad so I wasn't able to pursue science the way that I wanted to as a kid because of what I was going through. Me smiling is because I'm in an independent situation.
You're empowered in a way.
I'm empowered to say I'm grateful for the housing that I do have. I'm grateful for this. I don't mean for this to sound juvenile, but it's not. I have an internet connection. Thank goodness. Yeah. Okay. And with that internet connection, I am connected to a vast library that keeps me sane. So I'm grateful. But it's almost it's a dysfunctional thing.
Can we make a deal? We're running out of time.
Hollywood. I made it!
Yeah, you said you'd get here.
Finally! I will say, I like LA a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Me too. We have seen a lot. We've seen people in real hardship. But I suppose the positive thing that I was surprised by in Skid Row was that people are proud of it. People choose to be there. They want to be part of this neighbourhood. It's not just about everyone there desperate to get out.
Yeah.
People are proud to be a member of a neighbourhood and a community there, and they see that as a sort of long-term thing.
You live, as we keep saying, you live in Skid Row, not on Skid Row.
Skid Row's fighting for its life, and the battle will continue for years to come. Is there an answer or obvious solution? You tell me.